Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. Well, this battle has started without a countdown. Well, very little countdown. And you're looking at a 105 leFH18B2, the French Tier 5 Premium SPG that we know and love as Fifi La Pew Pew. You might know it's a leFhy, a leaf blower, or a leHepper. This one is now hiding in the trees, and you can see that it's under the command of YouWho of 606 Clan. And he's got his equipment, an improved rammer, improved gun lane drive, and he's got a camo net. Well, I think somebody needs to send him the memo that actually he's better off either using a turbo or even an exhaust, a reduced noise exhaust, because they're much better. They're always on, whereas the camo net only comes on when you're actually stationary. Okay, we've got a KV-1SA a long way away. The guy stops to take a shot, so obviously that shell didn't hit the target, and now he's moving. We'll have to lead the target. Again, didn't hit there, but this Matilda's staying stationary as he's shooting, so we might as well send a round down him. And I think that shell exploding actually warned him that he's now under 5 Marty. So far, we've done absolutely no damage. And that one hit the building. I think that was actually a heat round. It might be better if he was to actually switch back to HE instead of heat. But we've got a Cavalier here. A heat round will go straight through that guy. In fact, it does. And he's earned 370 hit points from that shot. Of course, the alpha on... Oh, and the second one wipes him out. The alpha on these heat rounds is 350. 104 millimeters of pen. And he's firing at the Matilda. Unfortunately, just missed it. With the standard HE, instead, 410 alpha. And he's now selected HE, 53 millimeters of pen. It's still a lot of pen. And he uses a heat round to take out the Matilda. Over on the other side of the battlefield, we can see the tanks that we were firing at earlier. Oh, so close to that KV-1SA. He has switched back to HE now. We can't hit the Matilda because the guy's in the defilade, but that IKV-103 can definitely hit that guy. In fact, he is now starting to get some damage on him. Rounds out. Oh no, the guy pulled back. The IKV being a much better target, but unfortunately he's just been killed. We still can't hit that Matilda. And the KV-1SA is not really cooperating with us, but this guy, this Chihi, oh, so close. But now our guys are in a lot of trouble from that Chihi, so if we can put a round into him, that'd be really good. In fact, he wipes him out with one penetrating shot to the rear. That was a really good shot, right on the money, right into the engine bay. Ow. That was a penetration, I'm certain of it, that Chihi. We're only one up on the enemy at the moment. This shot, very long range on the DSPZ. When I say very long range, it's not hugely long range. Trouble is, you see, he's just over the edge of the rocks and he's teasing the aim to try and get the red line to appear just as it touches or makes contact with the vehicle. No, it's still hitting the rock face. And now he's spotted another target, a Stuttgart Aslains B, the tier 4. This is a tier 5 game with tier 4 tanks in it. And now a T-28. Well, the HE rounds should go straight through a T-28. But I think that shell just warned the T-28 he's under fire. Rounds out. This could be a hit. In fact, it's more than that. It's a kill shot. Why did I think it was going to be a hit? Well, he was straddling either side of the aim point. And even if the shell had gone long, it probably would have hit the T-28 anyway. But in actual fact, there was very little chance he was going to miss because he was aiming right for the center of the vehicle. And so it was only a matter of would the shell be long or short. And in fact, it was bang on target. Okay, that DSPZ still being a problem. But we're 2 up on the enemy now. There's only 4 enemy left. That BFPZ is one of them. And there he is. He's actually turned around now. So he should be an easy target. Now he's turned. And he's died. Which means the last remaining enemy is a Lux. As well as their Arty. Now, as far as we can tell... Oh, now that's interesting. The Valentine just died to their Fifi. So he is looking in this general direction. But at the moment... Oh, the Lux has been spotted. Now, I'm not sure, but I think he's within range. So let's see if we can get some damage on this guy. We've got 25 rounds left, which is half of the ammunition. And in fact, our Gorilla just managed to get a stun shot on him. No, he's well in cover from that building. He's hugging the building for cover. I'd hold fire at the moment because we can't see the target. We're waiting for the M10 to spot him. There he is. And he is a one shot. Just needs 1 round to hit him and he's gone. Well, this is not good because we lost the M10 RBFM to their Fifi. Which means he must have been in sight of their Arty. So presumably one of their Arty is over this corner of the map. And the Lux has been taken down. But the enemy Arty is still focusing on our KV. We've got a KV-1 down there. YouWho is still on 4 kills. It'd be nice if he could get 5. It's still possible that he might get a Top Gun. Now, I get the feeling he's decided to go this way because there's 2 Arty on the enemy team. One of them's a Gorilla, the other one's the Fifi. It's the Fifi who's got a Top Gun. So he's an excellent player and he's probably still at the enemy cap area. Or near it. It's the Gorilla that we've got to worry for because that guy could be on the move trying to get to our cap. Of course, he's got a 15cm howitzer. He's also capable of doing 480 alpha. So he could wipe us out with 1 shot if he got it on target. YouWho trying to be careful and... Well, the enemy Arty, the Fifi, has been spotted. And he is in that corner, so I was right. He was around there. That's why he managed to get the kill on the M10. And that was I think that was an AP round there that was just fired in. Rounds out. And that definitely was penetration below roll for 291. And unfortunately, we lost the KV-1. And that missed as well. He's gone back to the HE. No, that's a bit... Didn't give enough delay there. Got to lead the target enough. Now he's stopped. Rounds out. That's a kill. Okay, the Gorilla could be behind the cap area, Or alternatively, he might be over this side of the map. In which case, we're probably going to be the one to meet him. We've got 5 kills. The next kill we get could be a Top Gun. In fact, the gorilla's been found, and he just killed our gorilla, which means it's 1-on-1 Fifi versus gorilla. He was in that back area. He didn't move away from that back area. So we're going to be going in there to try and kill that gorilla. We'll need to get him with potentially with just one shot if we can. But at close range, the Fifi can be lethal. It's also fairly easy to auto-aim onto the target, which also makes it fairly accurate. If the gorilla gets a hit on us, he could wipe us out with one shot, but it's more likely that he's just going to do some damage, but not a huge amount. About 200 hit points or thereabouts, and our remaining hit points could be enough to take him out the game. Okay, he's decided he's going to be going round this side. He wasn't going to approach the standard way. Remember the weak armor around the gun shield, that's very thin. If the gorilla was to hit the gun shield, he would wipe us out, I think, because with his 480 alpha, yes, he would definitely get a penetrating shot. But he had to be very good to get that shot in. Not entering the cap. This actually is in the cap. And this is, if the gorilla is there, it's going to prompt him to come out. We've got a much bigger view range than him, 390 meters. And here he is. We've auto-aimed on. Oh, he got him with one shot, but he did hit us. And, oh dear, we got wiped out as well. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the second class tank for YouWho of 606 in the 105 leFH18B2. He managed to kill both enemy SPGs in that game, so he got a counter battery fire medal for taking out both SPGs. He also managed to get an eye for an eye by killing the enemy and being killed by the same enemy with the return shot. And he also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in this game. He managed to get 9. He got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and he did get that Top Gun by killing the last enemy, but unfortunately that last enemy also killed him with one direct hit. And yes, I have the feeling that that shot did actually hit the gun shield, and that's why YouWho died straight away from being hit. But YouWho did get a direct hit on the gorilla, and they both went down. So let's have a look at the team score. Well, the highest damage was 2,216 hit points. The second highest damage was the Fifi on the enemy team, who got 1,515. And the third highest damage, well, that went to the gorilla on the enemy team, who got 1,200 hit points. When it came to kills, well, it was actually the enemy Fifi who managed to get more. He got 7 kills in that game, whereas YouWho got 6. And then 3 kills went to the KV1 on his own team, who also got a cool-headed, and the gorilla on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, because it was a draw, yes, it's all down to the amount of effort they put in. And yes, YouWho got that one, 565 base experience points to him. And second place goes to the 105 leFH18B2 on the enemy team, 543. And third place goes to their KV1SA with 538. He fired 38 rounds in the game, got 9 direct hits on the enemy, 8 penetrating shots, and 4 splash. 2,216 hit points, of which 1,901 were at more than 300 meters. He did receive 1 hit. It was a penetrating shot. The one that hit the gun shield, it was the 15 centimeter. So the guy was either very accurate or very lucky. And yes, he did wipe out YouWho. 7 enemy vehicles were damaged, 6 were killed. That's a Top Gun. He also managed to get a loss of 16,981 credits, including after he got the Courageous Resistance, which is rather unfortunate because, of course, he did get 2 medals in this game. He also got 25 bonds for mission achievement and 1,875 experience points out of this one as well, with 492 for Courageous Resistance. So it was a fun game, and he did his best. He went to the enemy camp area. He found that the enemy was still there, and they both managed to wipe each other out very quickly. He did what I suggested, auto-aimed onto the target. It was accurate. It did hit him. It did wipe him out, but he was just too good as well, and they both went down. I hope you enjoyed that one. If you did, please give this video a like, and thank you for watching.